I I would please like to have that question answered. Let me ask first, are we on the record? Is there a court reporter present? Uh, Phyllis K. Webster, will you please recite your oath of office into the court of record?
Alright folks, today we've got a not so brilliant sovereign citizen in the spotlight, and buckle up, because this one is a wild ride. This guy is quite literally reading straight out of a $20 sovereign citizen handbook he probably bought online. You can actually see his eyes darting back and forth as he tries to follow the script, stumbling over his words like he's never read them before. Spoiler alert, he has no clue what he's talking about. Seriously though, do they ever think this tactic is going to work? Standing in court and claiming you're not subject to the law has a 0% success rate. It's not just ineffective, it's downright cringe. Honestly, it's painful and hilarious to watch. What do you think? Should courts start handing out participation trophies for these performances? Let's dive in.
And that's what I'm going to call now, because it looks like it's between Mr. DeBus and Mr. Cochran. Well, I can't call, Mr. DeBus, you want to start your video? Okay, we are back on the record in 2023 TR 2777, State of Kansas versus Anthony Edward DeBus, with Jared Regier for the state, Mr. DeBus in person, and with standby counsel Darren Patterson. Standby because my prior contacts with Mr. DeBus led me to believe that he, even though he wants to represent himself, there's much about the legal system that he doesn't know or understand, and would need the benefit, or would certainly benefit, period, from Mr. Patterson's representation. So, Mr. DeBus, at this time, you want to talk to Mr. Patterson and take advantage of his knowledge and experience in the legal system concerning this no driver's license charge, registration, and insurance violations?
Let me ask first, are we on the record? Is there a court reporter present?
Is there a court reporter present? This hearing is live. It is being recorded. Is someone sitting here with their little fingers clicking across the keyboard? No.
So you're saying that this is not currently a court of record?
This is a court of record because this is being recorded, subject to transcription at any time.
Okay. I would ask for a copy of that transcription.
Well, when you file a written motion and pay the transcription fee, sir, that will be arranged.
Okay. And Phyllis K. Webster, will you please recite your oath of office into the court of record then today?
No, sir, I will not.
Why are you refusing to do so?
Let's move along.
I would please like to have that question answered. On another note, I am appearing specially, not generally.
Honestly, I think this guy's showing up because he sounds a little special and not in a good way. With these clowns, it's always tough to tell, are they just playing dumb, or are they actually that dumb? My bet. It's probably a solid mix of both. But seriously, what's with this guy trying to make the judge recite her oath again? Like, does he actually think that's some kind of magical get-out-of-jail-free card? Spoiler alert, it's not, and it never has been. Judges swear their oath when they're sworn in, not every time some random dude demands it in court. I want to know what you guys think this guy's endgame even is, because honestly, I never figure it out with these jokers. They just regurgitate this nonsense script they find online, probably from YouTube or some sketchy website, show up in court, spout all this nonsense, and then expect the law to magically bend in their favor. It doesn't make any sense. None of these cases we've covered here have ever won, so what's the point? Let me know what you think, and let's dive back in.
Take my oath when I was appointed and when I was elected subsequently. Now, what is it I can help you with today? Do you want a trial, a jury trial, or do you want to enter a plea today?
It seemed like last time we had court, you entered the plea for me.
I did, because you would not.
Okay.
But yet what you were saying suggested you wanted a trial, so I entered the not guilty plea and set it for trial. Somewhere along the line, you led me to believe you wanted a jury trial as opposed to a bench trial. Had I been making the decision, I probably would have said bench trial. But somewhere along the line, you've made comments to make me think you wanted a jury trial. Now, I have not seen, let me double check. I don't think, Mr. DeBoos, that you have filed any kind of demand or request or notice for jury trial. Have you?
I thought that was entered into the last court session.
Well, I don't think you filed any motion. You told me apparently you told me you wanted a jury trial, but you never followed through.
I thought that was a decision that we made as the court.
Well, you and I did not make a decision of any kind. Mr. Patterson, do you believe it's acceptable for him to just say he wants a jury trial?
Your Honor, pursuant to case law, because there are at least up to 1 year in the county jail possible, if it's ever consecutive, then case law would state that he has a right to a jury trial.
Agreed, but does he not need to put something in writing to that effect that he wants one? That was my question.
Because there's an absolute right to jury trial, he would not have to put it in writing. It would have to be specifically waived by him, Your Honor, and I don't think he's done a waiver.
Very well. Do you agree with that, Mr. Regier?
Your Honor, what I can say at this time is pursuant to KSA 6238 subsection B, quote, on any issuable trial by right by a jury, a party may demand a jury trial by serving the other parties with a written demand, which may be included in a pleading no later than 14 days after the last pleading directed to the issue is served, and found the demand in accordance with KSA 6205 and amendments thereto.
Mr. Patterson, in spite of that statutory language, do you think he needs to waive his right to jury trial? Did I hear that right?
Absolutely, Judge. Pursuant to case law, and I don't dispute the statute whatsoever, but there is certain case law that makes it a constitutional right to a jury trial if the sentence would be up to 1 year in the county jail, and in this case, consecutively, it could be up to 1 year, the longest possible maximum. So it would have to be waived by him, and he would not have to make anything in writing to receive that.
But you don't believe that case law overrules the statutory law, or do you?
This is a constitutional right we're talking about, Your Honor. It would trump the statute.
Okay. So, Mr. Patterson, when you say up to 1 year in the county jail, are you thinking if they were to be run concurrently, or I mean consecutively versus concurrently?
That would be the longest.
It's honestly hilarious how the judge is now only talking to the attorneys and completely ignoring this clown like he's not even on the call. Huge respect to the judge for not putting up with any of this nonsense. So many judges these days just let sovereign citizens ramble on and walk all over them, but this is such a breath of fresh air to see someone actually shutting it down. Especially with these Zoom court hearings, I'm really not a fan, especially when sovereign citizens get involved. It's like they get extra bold sitting at home in their little office chairs, thinking they can argue with the law like it's some kind of video game. If they were in person, I don't think it would go the same way. But over Zoom, they get super confident, and it usually just turns into a screaming match. That's why I really respect this judge. She's handling it like a pro. What do you guys think about her approach? It's pretty rare to see a judge just flat out ignore the defendant like this, but honestly, it's exactly what these cases need. Alright, let's jump back in.
Are your case law sites by chance? I know you didn't expect to pull them out.
It's not one I keep handy, but giving a short recess, I can find that.
Well, now before you go to that, now, Mr. DeBoost, do you have any idea what's going on here?
I, as a common man, do not comprehend the legalese that you guys are using together. I can look up statutes and case law myself, and considering that this is dealing with a common right to all people under granted to us in restriction of government entities for the people itself, I comprehend that I have my right to jury trial, which I think Mr. Patterson, in his brief support towards this and towards me, towards my right to a jury trial, although I do not fully comprehend the legalese that is going on within the association between Jared Regier and yourself, Phyllis K. Webster.
All right, well, Mr. DeBoost, the point is you do have the right to represent yourself, and you've told me you want to represent yourself, and I've asked Mr. Patterson to stand by, and you've already used him here for this purpose. So here's the thing, Mr. DeBoost. No, let me talk now, Mr. DeBoost. Here's the thing. If you're going to represent yourself, you need to be able to make your own arguments. You need to be able to cite your own law. And if you cannot do that, you have the right to legal assistance, which is why Mr. Patterson is here. And you've already this quickly run into a legal snag that he's made the argument for you. Does it not make sense to you? And do you not want to have his legal assistance to let him represent you?
I do not wish to be represented by an attorney whose duty first is to the courts and not to their clients. And if we're speaking on rights in regards to laws and statutes, the arrest made on me by Deputy K. Barricade was an unlawful arrest for
we're not going on
22-2401.
We're not going down that path right now, sir. Well, the issue is, so you do want a jury trial. Are you ready to proceed on Wednesday, Mr. DeBoost?
May I ask that there be an extension so that way I may fully research the procedures of the administrative.
One thing you've got to hand to these sovereign citizens is their incredible confidence. I mean, who else can walk into a courtroom knowing absolutely zero about the law, risking their entire freedom, and still act like they're about to win a Nobel Prize for legal genius? It's honestly impressive in the most sarcastic way possible. How do they keep a straight face arguing with an actual judge using nonsense they probably pulled from some sketchy website? I honestly can't tell if it's pure stupidity, misplaced bravado, or maybe, just maybe, they're secretly the smartest people on the planet and we're all missing something here. What do you guys think? Are these people just straight up idiots, or is there some hidden genius we're overlooking? Let me know, and let's dive back in.
Although you are in an administrative court under the state of Kansas Corporation, correct?
I'm here in a criminal traffic trial, and I am not an administrative law judge. So here's what we're going to do. How much time do you want this continued for?
30 days or so seems to be a standard.
Well, my next available jury trial date would be October 2nd and 3rd. So
2024.
2024. So that's when I will continue this at your request to. I'll grant your continuance, but that's my next available date. And your pre-trial will be September 30th, 2024. Do you have any objections to that?
No objections.
And Mr. Patterson, do you have any legal authority that suggests that I read his read or that I reaffirm my oath for him. Do you have anything that says I should do that?
Judge, I'm afraid I've never researched that issue, never heard that issue.
All right. Well, same here. I do have my oath in front of me. Keep it handy, but I don't see the need to repeat that. It was good.
I just love this judge. Seriously, I wish more judges had her kind of demeanor because she's way too good for these clowns. The way she handled this guy was absolutely perfect. It was like watching a professional swat away a fly. You just know it hurt this guy's soul when she completely shut him down by asking that one simple question to the attorney. It was like she took his little script and shredded it right in front of his face, and honestly, I'm here for it. These people really need a reality check. But seriously, this guy is literally looking at a year behind bars, and he still thought it was a great idea to roll into court and ask the judge to recite her oath, like that was going to save him. Oh, and let's not forget, he also claimed he doesn't know the law at the end, yet he decided to represent himself. How do you not know the rules of the game but still insist on being the captain of your own team? That's a whole new level of delusion. The funniest part: these sovereign citizens always think they've got the upper hand even when they're sinking faster than the Titanic. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. What did you think of this court hearing? Do you think the judge handled it perfectly, or is this guy some next-level genius who magically won his case? Let me know your thoughts below. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. Thanks so much for watching, take care.